Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be starting the Ramparts of Ice, which is written by the same person that wrote You and I Are Polar Opposites, which we did last season. Kind of interesting to see somebody get an anime out like one season after the other, which makes me think we're in for a nice ride here because the other series was very well done. If you're new, we are doing a lot of series this season. We're looking for the good ones, so make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Check out the Patreon for all the exclusive shows. They'll be over there along with the full reactions. Let's go ahead and start.
Koyuki-chan. ねえ、俺らの中だったら誰が一番かっこいい？かわいい。
What a choice.
お前やめとけよ、困ってんじゃん。
こういうめんどくさいノリ、いちいち関わっちゃダメだからね。あ、はい。
I guess this is from this girl's perspective on how she's treated.
お前小さいから気づかなかったわ。なあ、天野さん、こいつに身長分けてあげてよ。
あからさまだね。わかりやすいよね。ちびゆき待てよ。こゆき、タツ先輩にも気に入られてるし、羨ましい。なんでそれが冗談や行為なら許されるのだろう。
Yeah. Not everybody takes it that, you know, a certain way. Like, one big thing is, you know, that's what you're told as a kid or whatever. Like, you know, if they're teasing, they like, you know, they like you or whatever. And that can work in both, you know, both directions. You know, but not everybody takes that the same way. I know I wasn't great at being able to tell the difference at all. I'm sure there's times where I thought I was being, you know, picked on or bullied or something as a kid, especially a little kid. And a person might have liked me and I wouldn't have even known. So not my favorite method, definitely at least back then. So I understand. That's a really cool shot though. Ramparts of Ice.
期末テスト最終日は菓子パ開催します。イエーイ。ねえ、何買ってく？
いいよな、5組。あずみさんマジ女神。
俺ら陰キャにも声かけてくれるし、もはや天女。
So she's always been short.
これ先生が渡して
She's got, yeah, a very painful diagnosis of RBF.
今の誰？氷川小雪。
Or villain face.
クラスの誰ともつるまねえの。俺今日初めて喋ったわ。
The funny thing is, people that have that expression a lot of the time is not even, it's not even how they're thinking, or they're actually usually the nicest people sometimes. Yeah, but if you're always treated like that, quite a difference, like quite a bit of polar opposites from our heroine and You and I Are Polar Opposites.
2学期も残すところあと少し。3学期が終われば高校1年が終わる。本当に何もないまま。
I feel like things are gonna happen.
中学よりはマシだ。
When somebody says there's nothing happening, usually something happens right afterwards.
人からどう見られてるとか今更どうでもいいけど、あんな顔されるのはさすがにちょっとな。一体私の何が怖いんだ。顔？表情筋。
I have gotten this before. I have, you know, the expression, my expression doesn't always, I understand this too. Like if I'm spacing out, I know I had the guy version of freaking RBF for sure. Like, you know, you're spacing out, you're in class, you're in work or whatever. Like, I might look like I'm pissed, and I'm probably not pissed. Just because I'm spacing out thinking about something else, and then my face just naturally goes to maybe a villain, upset, angry face, not meaning to. I've gotten better. Like I've, try to get myself to smile a lot more, but I get it. It's your face. I can't do anything about my face.
ヨタえちょっと何女の子いじめてんのやだ最低違うから大丈夫立てる
あ、どうも。って。でかっ。
Oh yeah, that's
この度はうちの
quite a drastic difference.
失礼しましただから俺は何もしてねえってえそうなの俺のことなんだと思ってるわけていうか氷川さんってクールなイメージあったけど結構面白い顔もするんだね
え
驚かせちゃってごめんね
I mean, that's a better reaction than she normally gets. Like from both of them, honestly. They at least talk to her.
私の席使われてる。
And that's when it's like, well, wait, yeah.
まあ。
Wait for her to get up or go to another seat. Oh God, you don't know how many times that used to happen to me. Those decisions. I'm sure it's happened to you all before. It's like, is it worth getting into an argument or like, I guess if you know them or if you know how they'll react, it's easier to talk to them.
何がなんか謝られるようなことあったかな
It's, oh man, she's got that crazy aura.
今日バイトないから一緒帰ろう。やっほー。オッケーろ。玄関いる。
Yeah,
すぐ行く。
I definitely can tell this is written by the same person as you and I are polar opposites. In little parts, I get similar vibes.
6、5、4、3、
Is anyone else
2、
kind of getting that? What a performance.
いや、誰がそこまで本気で。ね、すごくない？ミキちゃん本日の最速記録。ほんと、バカ。
And there's her smile.
帰ったらコヨンち行ってもいい？
She's got a nice smile.
お母さんいないし。あ、っていうか、コヨン昨日廊下で会った時スカトしたでしょ。え、いや、だってあの時話すことなかったし。そういうとこ。
さすが安住さん女王を振り回すとかコミュ力やべえな
なんか何？アイドルみたいな扱いされて、みんな私を聖女か何かと勘違いしてる。ファイ、なぜ？昔みたいにゴリラ扱いしてくれ。
I mean, you just get a reputation and then you kind of get stuck with it for a little bit, but I mean, that's high school. You can try to change it next year.
クラスの子の前でも出したらいいのに。猫かぶってないで。猫かぶってると。
Shit, sometimes things change in like semesters.
なんだろう。いざ数出すぞって思ってもすぐに出てこないっていうか。クラスにいると自然と切り替わっちゃうんだよね。元から素の自分なんてなかったみたいに。っていうか。本当の私ってなんだろう。
Yeah, that's a lot of deep thinking this early in the morning. Who is the real me? Let's just say everybody. Everybody is me.
会わない人は離れていくだろうけど、それはそれでいいじゃん。こういう私だったら会わない人と関わるぐらいなら一人になりたいけど。
And that's fair.
一日中誰とも喋らないとか死んじゃう。だよね、ミキは。
Yeah.
コユンみたいに一人でいられる強さ欲しいな。別に私の
Introvert, extrovert.
ミキぐらい社交的でも自分が思う自分像と他人から見た自分が違うんだもんな。ダメだ。何考えても無駄無駄。とりあえず
I mean, you know, other people's reality is usually not, at least to some extent, not your reality. You know, in other words, the way you see yourself is not going to be most likely the same way as other people see you. It could be little differences, or it could be in her case, huge differences. But it's usually going to be like that.
それがいい。ってことで、試験範囲教えて、英語の。
そこから
Don't know why that was. This made me giggle.
これミキのだ。
Oh, college
昨日うち
forms.
で勉強会やったから。授業で使うかもしれないし返さなきゃ。どうせまだミキ来てないだろうし、机の中にでも入れとこう。
Is this gonna put her in a weird spot? Oh, the taller guy. I had a friend that was like 6'6", 6'7" in high school. One of my better friends. And it was kind of like that. Like, I'm 5'10", and I felt like that to like the 6'7" dude.
この前の。え？
あれ？
え？何？いやいやいや。
ああこの前の子じゃん。
Giraffes.
はい。
今日コンタクトつけてなくて誰かわからなかった。てかぶつかってごめんね。大丈夫？
He's kind of got a long neck too. I
な
can
んか今そう思
I
った
can see why that went into her brain.
ミキの友達？
あ、そう。ミキ。5組の人ですか？
いや、俺6組。友達に貸しっぱなしにしてた教科書を回収してた。はい。
どうも。
多分ここ。
多分。
いや、嘘、絶対。何か机に落書きしてく？ノート入れとくよとか。
いいよ。メッセージ送っとく。
Just don't use permanent marker.
あったか。俺友達んとこにめっちゃ書いちゃった。教科書回収したぞーって。
なんかふわっとした人だな。
ほんじゃね。
ありがとう。
Yeah, he seems pretty chill.
試験頑張ろうな。氷室さん。
あ、氷室ではないんだけど。
So he guessed.
いっか
Halfway guessed.
話す機会もそうないし。
And you don't. He's gonna continue to call you that now. You gotta correct somebody immediately, even if you don't think you're gonna see them again. Yeah.
男の人ってなんで大勢で
She put herself out of
いや
situations.
人によるか。
I get the vibe that she put herself out of situations from from middle school, getting so many chances to get, laughed at or ridiculed in her sense because of her height or whatever or her face or whatever the case. She probably just feels like being alone and is just used to that because, you don't have to deal with any of that. But when sometimes you'll find out that you might feel like you're supposed to be a loner, introverted, you have introverted energy and you feel like you're just meant to be alone. But in reality, you don't. It's just because you've pushed yourself away from people because of the threat of being made fun of or uncomfortableness, that you might actually be an extrovert or you might actually love just being around people in general. You don't even have to be an extrovert to want sometimes to have people around you, the right people. And I think that's the case for her, I'm getting so far.
あの人、キリンみたいな人と一緒にいた。同じ学年。今まで周りをあまり見ないようにしてたから、同じ学年にどんな人がいるかとか、全然気にしてなかったな。
So then you don't overthink about it, you don't worry about it, you don't get stressed out by people
しまった。
saying
目があっ
things.
たかも。多分。
Sometimes that can be easier.
なんかとっさに顔背けちゃった変な感じに。いやでも挨拶する仲でもないしな。まあいっか。
なんで無視すんの？
無視。
って振ったら逃げてくんだもん。
て
ショック。
ごめんなさい。なのか。それは気づかなかっただけで、悪意ではないです。
うん、まあ分かってるよ。
え？
飲み物。
おう。
何それ、好きなの？
いや、間違えて押しただけ。
俺のせいじゃん。ごめん。
この人、悪い人ではなさそうなんだけど。自分とは違う人との距離の取り方に。
Then you build those walls. Yeah. The thing is, that type of personality right there is usually, like, at least it doesn't even have to be relationship wise, but even friendship wise, that will bring her personality out of its shell. But the big thing is, you don't trust anybody. You're gonna create those walls, and like, they don't get broken very easily at all. It's tough, especially if you haven't done it in a long time. It takes that one person to do it, though. And then you think, like, why are you doing that? Why are you talking to me?
そう、俺、雨宮湊です。どうぞよろしく。
どうも。
あ、何？今自己紹介。ナンパか。おお、なんだなんだ。
ちょっとこいつ、だいぶ慣れ慣れしいっしょ。気をつけた方がいいよ。つって。いやもう。
God, I don't miss that. Like, just talking to a girl, like, will make everyone just. Why are you flirting with them? Or are you interested?
あれ
Especially if you're at like a smaller school or everybody knows everybody kind of thing. So many ways to react here. And I feel like we've seen many examples in other shows of, oh, just go for the face. Oh no, your smile isn't much better than the main characters. When you do it, the forced smile, it's not much better than the main character from You and I are polar opposites. It's not. She has a great smile though, but I guess she can't pull it out there.
いや、違うでしょ。
というかあれはむしろ。
Yeah, he might be the one that's gonna break that wall. He seems to have he noticed it. He actually put in the effort to talk to her.
なあ、天野さん、こいつに身長分けてあげてよ。
はいはい。五十嵐のこと好きなの？てかさ、見た？そう、マジでウケるよね。
So that's what started it all.
すまない、小雪。
And the wall got thicker and thicker.
調子乗ってんじゃねえよ。
That is, yeah, the worst parts of school.
ねえ、一人。
一人じゃないです。
一人じゃん、ウケる。
Oh my god.
こうなる。なんで高校以外だとこういう絡まれ方するんだ。
I'm sure this is a problem
待ってよ。
for a lot of women.
俺ら超安全だ。
Ugh.
どの口が言ってんだよ。
ああ、こういうノリ。
The worst kind. Yeah, but this is like even more aggressive. This is even worse.
逃げないと。
Oh god. Oh, good timing. Holy crap. You could. Oh, she has to call out. Help! You see my hand?
視力。
Of course. Oh no!
いっちゃった。
Or scream.
ほら、遊びに行こうよ。
行きません。
No way.
どうしよう。怖い。腹立つ。悔しい。だから行かないって。
There you go.
本当にほっといて。さようなら。
Oh.
ごめん、大丈夫？
Conveniently, he was going that way. Okay.
やっぱり。
Well, that was the starting first episode, and right away I saw a lot of similarities. And I will try not to bring it up too much, but it's the same artist. I mean, even like the way everything, well, obviously the way everything's drawn, it just shouts at me. It's written by the same person, but I absolutely love this. It's definitely different. The vibes are different. This is more, I mean, there's comedy in this, obviously, but this might go a little darker. I feel this might go a little, I think we might go a little bit more dramatic, and because the other one is very comfy, it's lighter, even though there is dramatic scenes, a little bit. We can tell from the very first episode, the tone is going to be a bit different in this one. Main character is obviously quite different, different look at things. The way people react to her and interact and all that is different. I loved her thinking. I like the plot so far. I find it interesting. It feels very open. Like we can go kind of anywhere with this. We can start somewhere. It doesn't feel like just kind of like a nice fun popcorn type show where like it doesn't really need to go in any direction. It feels like I don't know. It feels like we can go anywhere, but I like this so far. If you guys like this, you want more of it, make sure you subscribe. Definitely check out the patreon.com/ajrich123 for the exclusive shows, full reactions and all that. I'm doing a bunch of shows this season and I'm trying to figure out what's worth continuing and all that. My big thing is I'm trying to do more episode ones to kind of, because I want to be able to figure out what the best ones are and what's worth like watching an entire series of. So you guys, obviously let me know you want more of this in the comments and all that good stuff. And I appreciate y'all being here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.